So in some breaking news on the war in Ukraine, Russia's defense minister Sergei Shoigu has ordered his troops to withdraw from the west bank of the Dnipro River. That's near the southern city of Kherson. Let's bring in Asad Beg. He's joining us from central Ukraine with more on the story. What do we know about this withdrawal, Asad?
Well, he took to the airwaves to say that he had ordered the beginning of the troops from the west side of that river to the east side. Now, the regional capital, Kherson, the only regional capital that Russia has taken since the start of this war, is on the west side. So essentially what he has said on air is to withdraw the troops from the capital, Kherson. Now, prior to him speaking, the general in charge of the war has said that that it was no longer possible to protect the settlements in Kherson under the current conditions, and to protect the defensive line is better to withdraw the troops. But they also said that the reason for this withdrawal was because they have information that the Ukrainians want to bomb the Khavka Dam. Now, the context to this is that the Russians have been saying that they've been evacuating citizens from Kherson, that officials have been saying that this is the most decisive battle of this war. The officials have been likening it to Stalingrad during the Second World War, where there were 2 million casualties. The Ukrainians were saying that there were still 20 to 25,000 Russian troops in that regional capital, that they had put on civilian clothes, that they had taken up positions, that they were getting ready for street battles. But now we're hearing that the Russians are going to withdraw. Now, we haven't had word from the Ukrainians yet, but throughout this, in the run-up to today and this announcement, we've heard both sides blaming each other, accusing each other for targeting that dam, causing those blackouts, but also accusing each other of wanting to blow it up. Now, the Russians are saying they're withdrawing because they believe the Ukrainians want to blow it up. Now, if that dam is blown, it will cause a disaster. There will be the region, the capital will get flooded. President Vladimir Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, had urged Western leaders to warn Russia not to blow it. Now, Ukraine has from the very beginning said that it is in fact Russia that wants to blow that dam. But the latest news is that this regional capital that Russia was holding on to, that's strategic for them, that's militarily important to them. It's the gateway to the south. It's a gateway to Crimea. It opens up their troops in the east of the country.
Right. So, Asad, how significant then is this announcement of withdrawal in the context of the ongoing fighting on the ground in other parts of the country?
Well, again, what happens is if they withdraw and yet the Ukrainians are yet to confirm, we'll have to see if the Ukrainians enter that city and what faces them when they do enter that regional capital. It means that Russia has lost the only position on the west side of that Dnipro River. Their troops in the east are potentially opened up. The left flank of them is opened up to Ukrainian attacks. The water supply to Crimea is also under threat because when Russia annexed Crimea in 2014, Ukraine cut off the water. When the Russians took Kherson, they reinstated that water supply, and it was one of the reasons Vladimir Putin gave for the invasion. So it opens up all these possibilities, but the significance is that this will be seen by the Ukrainians as a major victory and a major defeat for Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Okay, thank you so much. Asad Beg reporting from Ukraine. Thank you.